Good day, Kurt here again with Airsoft Taiwan. Today I'd like to introduce this new Ronin 47 from KWA. We're just going to take a look quickly at some of the features on it. First of all, I'd like to point out that this is an AEG, not a gas blowback, because most of the KWAs are AEG. Now, taking a close look at it, it's quite heavy. I actually have a KWA, and they do a really good job on, nice heavy aluminum body, heavy aluminum foregrip here. Taking a look at all the features on it, everything has a really nice finish to it. It has an excellent, you don't see any seams or lines on them as well. A nice anodized muzzle brake here. And we're just going to go, I guess maybe we'll go from front to back and look at some of the features on here. So we'll cut our muzzle brake from KWA, and that's anodized in a nice kind of orangish red. And we'll take a look at the foregrip here. You can see on the side you've got M-lock capabilities, both on both sides and on the bottom here. You've got about a 1-inch Picatinny for mounting whatever you like on there. They also do give you these two Picatinny mounts, about 2-inch long, that you can put anywhere on here that come with the rifle as well. Looking up along the top, you've got a full-length Picatinny along the whole gun, and flip-up sights. Okay, as you can see, it uses an AK-47 style magazine, which is probably why it's called the Ronin 47. As we go further back here, we'll take a look at the charge handle. Now it's got an aluminum charge handle. As you pull it back, you can lock it open and easily adjust your hop up through here, and it turns quite easily with your finger. Let that back down. Now if we look at some of our buttons, like the fire selector here and our mag release buttons, they're really large, nicely done. And I think they're all in aluminum. Yes, they're not magnetic. So the trigger, everything is aluminum. So you've got a fire selector that is ambidextrous as well. You can see it's adjustable from both sides. Okay, we'll move to the very back here and now take a look at the buttstock. You can see it has adjustability and 3 different positions for length. So that's the longest that will go there. And then we have 2 other positions as well. Back about there, and then completely folded in. Now one thing that I'd like to take a look at is the battery box on the back here. I've noticed it is fairly short, and right now we have a lithium battery in there. But you can see for the space there how much distance you have. So you have to be kind of cautious with what battery you buy to put in there to make sure it fits in that space. Okay, well, I've got this back open. The next thing I'd like to point out is that this AEG comes with this tool, and it actually is one of the first AEGs that I've seen that has a quickly adjustable FPS, so you can change your range without changing your spring. And we'll go over that in a minute. Okay, now I've taken off the muzzle brake and installed our AST Lighter BT, so we can see what the feet per second is on here, and later we'll check some rounds per second. And then we're going to look and see how easy or difficult it is to adjust the FPS from inside. Now, on the box it claims to be about 340 to 370 feet per second, so that would be just a little bit over 100 to about 115 meters per second. So we're going to test now and see what we get right out of the box, and then we're going to adjust it up to the maximum. Okay, so I'm going to look over here, and it looks like we're right around that 327 to 329, so right around that 100 meters per second. And we've got some of these recorded now. They seem very consistent. I'm just going to go ahead and adjust it and see what we can get up to. So you need the tool that comes with the gun, which is this Allen wrench with a long handle, and you'll also need a Phillips screwdriver to adjust this. Okay, so we're just going to look to see how the ease or difficulty of adjusting the FPS on this AEG is. So first thing you do is you take off the buttstock and remove the cap. Once there, if you have a battery in, you're going to have to take out your battery. Then we'll have a look inside, and you can see there's a cover, a Phillips screwdriver that you have to remove. So take that Phillips screw and remove that. So once you have that loose, you can just pop that out. And now we'll take a look in there, and you'll see in the back of your gearbox there's a small hole. Now you take the Allen hex wrench tool that came with the gun and insert it into the hole. Now once you feel it's in place, you just turn for adjustment. Now I have it at the tightest position now, so with the gun away from you, if you turn counterclockwise, you're actually turning your feet per second lower. You're turning your spring back and making it looser. So we're going to turn it all the way to the back. So after about 15 to 20 full revolutions, you make it to the back. And it's now back down to the original where we tested at about 100 meters per second or 330 feet per second. Then you just replace the back screw, put your battery back in, and you're done. Okay, now that I have the spring inside adjusted all the way front, we should have the higher FPS rating, or adjusted all the way to the higher FPS rating. Now, the first ones we were right around that 330, and let's see what our increase is here. Okay, I'll take a quick look over here, and we're getting all around 370, 371, 372, and that's exactly what they said in the book. It will go up to 370 feet per second. So we have a difference of about 40 feet per second and a nice quick adjustability on your range just by tightening or loosening the spring in the gearbox here. Okay, since we have the lighter BT installed here, we're just going to do a quick test on fully auto to see the consistency of it and to see what our RPM, our rounds per second, will be. Just quickly take a quick rounds here, a round burst. And I'm going to go over here right away. And as we can see, as it takes a few to start reading, we're right around that 20 rounds per second, 20.5, 20.7, and super consistent at about 372 to 374 feet per second. So it's really, really consistent. So after having a really good look at this gun and playing around with it a bit, doing some tests, my overall conclusion is that the build is excellent. Everything, the finish is nice. Everything seems to fit very well, seamlessly. And it's just an excellent little gun. Also, all our performance tests showed that it was extremely accurate, really, really consistent, and very reliable. And this gun, this new KWA Ronin 47, is available now on our Airsoft Taiwan online shop.